I'm not sure why the video is not working. Bear with me a minute. Perfect.
We can see you.
Good, thank you. Perfect. Okay, so let's begin by taking our seat. So I invite you to just tune in to your body. Let's take a vacation on our yoga mat. And despite the stresses that may visit us during our work or family life, there's always one thing we can do, which is recalibrate through the physiology of the breath and the connection between the mind and the body, simply through the breath. And with that, I'm just going to remind you that all of the movements that we practice today are led by the breath. So placing our feet on the ground, really lifting those toes, sinking the heels into the earth, and drawing your attention to the breath in the belly, tuning into that heartbeat. If you place your hands onto your navel, just tune into the heartbeat and recognize where it sits. The body resonates with 9 pulses through each one of the arches, starting at the arches of the feet and at the pelvis, under the thorax, rising up through the chest cavity, to the top of the roof of the mouth and the top of the cranium. Inhaling deeply, shrugging the shoulders up as we do, and releasing. Imagine a triangle between the 2 hip bones and the navel, and expanding that. Connecting with the kidneys at the back of the body, puffing it up, and then releasing. So when the heartbeat in our navel is rooted, what do I mean by that? Grounded through our feet and synchronized with our heartbeat, we feel this inner connectedness, this seat of power, which gives us confidence to move forward in life. So let's explore this. Let's start with a couple of twists whilst we're seated before we get up. So placing the right hand across the left knee and the left hand behind the chair. And we're going to inhale, lifting our waist upwards and twisting. So we're pivoting from our waist whilst our hips are facing forward. On an exhale, we return to center. And just recognize how you're feeling. If you remember the Chinese burn across the thighs, to turn those thighs inwards, lifting the skin of the buttocks backwards to release the spine. Feels much better. And again, placing the left hand over the right knee and the right hand behind the chair or clasping the chair wherever it's comfortable. Inhale, lifting from the waist and twisting, facing towards your right. Notice where there's any constriction or tension. And back to center. Just relaxing, sinking your lower back towards the back of the chair, almost as though you're just sitting, a bit like, you know, a couch potato, I suppose. Relaxing into that seat on an exhale, really allowing the skin to hang off of the spine. And on an inhale, we're going to sit up. This is a gentle spine flexion, just waking things up. And again, sinking down on an exhale. Inhale, seating up. So I'm going to start with introducing a bit of a breath called bellows breath. It's a great way of just releasing tension that's built up in the body. And so we're going to have to make some noise together on this one. I'm going to start doing it seated because for anyone who may feel a rush of energy or oxygen to the head, it could make you feel slightly dizzy. And what we're going to do with this, we're going to raise, on an inhale, we're going to raise our arms up towards the sky, towards the ceiling. And on an exhale, with exertion, we're going to bring our elbows to the side of our ribs, and we're going to exhale with a ha. Okay, and we're going to do 3 reps of 5 sets with that, and we're going to twist in between each set of 5. So let's start. So inhale, raising our arms up. On an exhale, ha, and again, ha, 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 ha. Don't be shy, make some noise. And then we're going to just do a little twist. So turning to the left. Exhale, back to center. And again, raise your arms up. Inhale, ha, ha, ha. Really exhaling through those ribs. Ha. Just noticing that energy run through your body. And again, let's twist, this time to the right, really wringing out that oxygen that's moving through the circulatory system. And one last time. Inhale. Ha! 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 Oh, brilliant. Shrugging the shoulders up. And forward folding, just allowing the body to sink as you do, and scanning yourself, just noticing that rush through the body. Whilst you're there, you can place the palms of your hands underneath your toes. Just acknowledge your feet. Press into those toes, release some of the tension that may be sitting there. Great. And in your own time, let's just sit back up again. Oh, I hope you're feeling invigorated after that. Right, so we're going to come to a standing. I'm going to turn my chair around. We're going to do a few opening the hips and strengthening exercises with our legs and our feet. So what we're going to do is just bring our left leg onto the chair, soles of the feet onto the chair. And we're just, you know, the right leg is firmly on the floor. You can turn your feet at 45 degrees angle if you find that straight is a, you know, when your feet are straight, you're not finding the balance. So turning your right foot at 45 degrees and the foot that's on the chair is straight ahead. And just place your left elbow onto the knee so that you're feeling supported. We're going to start with the feet first. And we're going to lift the big toe up off the seat whilst the other toes are firmly on the seat. And if you want, you can use your fingers to help you. And then you're going to place the big toe down and lift the little toes up. So we're just prepping the body and the muscles to stack. So this will really help align the ankle and the knee and the hip. Do that one more time. So lifting the big toe, little toes go down and the other way. And if you're really clever, you can do both feet together. So if you lift the little toes off, both feet, big toe really pressing down, just notice what that does. And again, pressing the little toes down and lifting the big toe up on both feet. This takes a bit of practice, but once you've mastered it, it's fantastic. Great. And we're just going to shift our weight backwards, stretching that leg that's on the chair, flexing the foot so the heel is sinking into the seat, and just forward folding from the hips, placing our hands over the foot. If you can't reach your feet, then the ankles are fine. And giving yourself a lovely stretch. If you want, you can really massage the muscles of the leg. I find it really helpful when I'm just turning the flesh of the thigh bone, the thigh, inwards and aroundwards. So it's a bit like a self-massage. Great. And just bending that left leg, moving forwards, using the chair to support you. Please make sure that your chair is steady, no wheelies. Great. Placing that on the floor and just noticing how grounded that feels. And then the other side, so placing your right foot onto the chair. And again, tuning into the feet, be in a relaxed pose. There should be no tension anywhere. Spread the toes apart, the one on the chair as well as on the ground. Flex your foot, the left foot that's on the ground at 45 degrees so that you feel balanced. Just rock. Lifting the big toe up and pressing the little toes down. And then lifting the little toes up whilst pressing the big toe down. And just notice the difference in the feet. Which one's easier? Is there any, tension in this big toe? Are you feeling any cramping in the foot? If you are, just give yourself a little bit of massage, especially under the inner arch. And again, lifting the big toe, pressing the little toes down. If you want to cheat by using your fingers, please do so. And then one more time the other way, lifting the little toes up, pressing the big toe down. Really, really tuning into your ankle, your knee, and then giving it a bit of a stretch. So flexing the foot. If you can hold on to the foot, please do so, wrapping your fingers over the toes. If not, the ankles are fine. That's too difficult, then just above the knee, whatever's comfortable. And then massaging those muscles of the leg, turning them inwards and outwards. And placing that on the floor, just noticing how you're feeling. Brilliant. A little bit of the spine awakening. Let's clasp our thumbs behind our back. Let's shrug the shoulders up towards the ears and now let them sink backwards where we can clasp our thumbs. I'll just show you. And then we're going to just pull them back a bit. So we're expanding the chest. We're just going to sink back. You can soft bend the knees as you do so. Inhale. One more time. Inhale and just as far as you want to go. And back up. This time we're going to hinge at the hips. So literally forward fold at the hips while our thumbs are clasped at the back. Soft bend the knees. And forward fold, lifting your arms upwards behind your back as you forward fold. Now you can either stay at 90 degrees whilst you're hinging forwards, or if you can, or if you prefer to, sink deeper, raising your hands above you, behind you. Really pulling away from the body, pull your arms away from the body, so you're really feeling that opening across the chest. You should feel a rush of energy down your arms and into your thumbs. So a really nice tingling sensation. And then in your own time, come to standing. Let's change the clasp of the thumbs. So we're going to change the clasp. And let's do that again. So feet hip distance apart, soft bend the knees, sinking into your hips. On an inhale, we're going to forward fold at the hips, lifting the arms behind us. Exhale. We're really trying to pull the arms backwards so it opens the chest. Really feel that wonderful stretch across the chest into your thumbs. And in your own time, come to standing. Great. Let's just do a little bit of tapping before we get into Warrior One. So we're just going to start at the top of the head, around the cranium, across the forehead and the face, releasing any of the tension we're carrying, stepping into our body, behind the neck, shoulder down the arm, side. And down the sides of the legs, especially at the lower back, so around your sacrum, don't be shy. Down the sides of the thighs, all the way down. Kids love this. If you've got children, best way to calm them down, teach them some tapping. Okay, so let's come into right, so those of you who want to use the chair can do. What we're going to do is just come into what's best. I think I'll do it this way so that you can see me. Just going to come into warrior pose. So how do we do this? Right, so left foot forwards. Soft bend the left knee and stretch your right leg backwards. Foot either, whatever's comfortable, 45 degrees, 90 degrees. Most important thing is that the left foot is facing forwards. Ankle aligned with the knee, the left knee, and slightly bent. We're just going to place our elbow onto the left knee. Stretch the right leg behind us. Whatever's comfortable for you, wherever your center of gravity allows you to stand in balance. We're going to root down. So inhale, lift up. Exhale, root down. We're going to slide our left hand down towards our left ankle and lift our right arm straight up. So this is a adapted triangle trikonasana. To come up, drop the right arm, slide your left arm onto your left leg, and then we're going to come into a standing squat. So turn both feet at 45 degrees. You can rock here, placing your elbows onto your knees. Just moving side to side. So we're going to go into a twist. So you're going to place your both of your palms on your knees, and we're going to twist our torso towards the left. And again, lift up, inhale, exhale. Now we're going to twist towards the right. Back to center. And we're going to do the other side. This should be quite easy. Literally pivot our right foot so it's facing forwards. Left foot is at 45 degrees. Soft bend your right knee and just rest there with your elbow, with your right elbow. In your own time, you're going to slide that hand, your right hand down to your ankle. And you're going to straighten the left arm above 90 degrees. Just play with that. See where your scan your body and just tune into where your balance is. Do you have more weight towards the front foot or the back foot? Make sure your center of gravity is coming through your navel. And in your own time, we're going to rise up. And again, just doing a bit of a forward press, twisting again towards the left and the right to release. Take these off. This time, facing left, again, back into warrior. We're going to raise our arms upwards and really arch. So as we're moving upwards, we're going to arch backwards. So inhale, raising our arms up, and exhale, back down. This time going into straightening the left leg into triangle pose. So we straighten the left leg, straighten the right leg, and bring our right arm upwards to triangle pose. If you find that difficult, you can use the chair to help you. Move in your own limitations. Let's turn to the other side. So right leg, what we're doing is pivoting, right leg and right foot facing at 90 degrees. Left foot forward, straight. Actually, let's start with bent right leg. Lifting our arms up towards the sky and taking it back. Reopening that chest as we do so. Virabhadasana. And now just slipping forwards. Straighten your left leg. Turn, pivot your waist. It's almost as though you're hugging your ribs inwards as you're sliding your arm up towards the ceiling. And smile. In your own time. Back to center. Oh, that's nice. Just placing both feet hip distance apart, tuning into your body. From here, what we're going to do is a little bit of the dancer, Nataraja. So we can use the chair as a prop if you find that your balance is not so great. And how we're going to do this is left foot crosses over the right foot. And it's almost as though the right knee catches the back of the left knee. So you're really hooking your knees together. It's quite nice to massage it there. So if you just hold the chair, you can actually massage the back of your calves using the right knee. It's quite nice. So from there, we're going to lift our arms up. We're just going to clasp our elbows above our head. And from there, we're going to tilt towards the left. So we're really hugging the knees, hips are forward, and we're allowing a side body stretch to move through, spiraling through the body. Really enjoying that. To move to the other side, we're going to gently just release those arms, paint the sky with our arms as they come down. And all you're going to do is turn. Be led by the left foot. You're just going to turn around and you'll be in the exact pose you need to be, which is your left knee will be hooking in behind your right. And you lift your arms up and you fall into, nice side stretch. Really feel that spiral motion moving through the body. You can place both feet on the floor. Notice which side is more difficult than the other. And release. Let's do that again. So you can use the chair to actually help you pivot around, or do it freestyle. So again, hooking the knees together, really sinking into that pose. You can tiptoe with the right foot so that you're in the dancer's pose. You find that difficult, you can place both feet down onto the mat so that you feel a bit more balanced. Either is fine. And lifting your arms up, giving yourself a bit of a stretch. Nataraja. You can stretch your arms up, left palm facing up towards the ceiling to give yourself a bit more length. Really feel the joints separate. Feel the buoyancy. Back to center and turning. To the other side. Stretching the arms above your head. This time, right palm facing upwards. So you really feel that stretch riding up the side of the body. And back to center, releasing. Just using the chair. This time, we're just going to place our palms onto the chair. Try and make sure that you're hovering with the shoulder in line with the wrist. So you should really feel the bones of the wrist, the elbow, and the shoulder stacking up together. Just push the chair away. And notice how the shoulder and the arm separate. And then just come sit back into it. So sink into, allow the arm to sink into its shoulder socket, into the socket. Let's try that on the left side, or if you've been doing the right side, just change your hands. And again, we're going to press into the chair. Notice where the tension is sitting. Push the chair away. Notice how your bones are stacking up. Should really feel a lovely stretch all the way up to the shoulders. Allow the shoulder to sit into the socket. And feel that power moving through the hand. Separating the fingers. Okay, let's do that on both hands. We're going to place the palms down onto the seat. Palms facing forwards. This time we're going to turn the wrists around and place them so that the wrist is facing towards the seat and your fingers are facing towards you. So it's a 180 degree or more, 360 degrees turn. Really pressing into and the wrist and releasing the tension in the arms. And again, bringing it out. So we're just turning, spiraling the muscle, giving yourself a bit of a massage. Shake that out. Let's do that on the other side. So turning the hand round, placing it onto the seat. This is a great exercise to do, even in your workplace, on the desk, just to release any tension you have through the neck, the shoulders, into the hands, especially if you've been at the desk all day. Just turning the flesh, releasing. Great. Okay, so we're going to come into a bit of a chair dog. If you've got a wall with you that's handy, close to you, you can actually do this on the wall. It's a wall dog. So what we do is, if you've got a wall, stand, a comfortable distance away from the wall. And all you're going to do is literally climb your fingers on the wall. As you do, you're going to seat your buttocks downwards, really feeling the length in that spine, but your fingers are really spaced out. You can even come onto your fingertips to feel the depth of that stretch. So for those of you on the wall, enjoy that. For those of you who want to use the chair, place the palms down onto the chair. We're going to step away. Soft bend the knees. Stretching the spine, lengthening the spine away from the chair, whilst your hands are really kind of like stuck onto the seat. And then we're going to lift the buttocks slightly up and away, really feeling that stretch. For a more intense stretch, you can turn your palms, so it's the little pinky that sits. So both palms are facing together, your arms are lengthening, hinging at the hips, bending your knees, lengthening that spine. Feel the length and the strength coming through that. You can actually place your fingertips on the seat as well. And then in your own time, coming to standing. From there, what we can do is, if you can kneel down we can do some threading the needle. Before we kneel down, just turn. What we're going to do whilst we're standing there, we're going to tiptoe. So take your right foot backwards, tiptoe, and I want you to turn the toes so that the soles of your feet are facing upwards towards the sky. So you're literally just tiptoeing, turning the toes. So you're massaging your toes. This is quite painful if you've not done it before. So it's almost as though you're getting ready to kneel down, but you're placing your pressure on the toes as you do so. So that's the right foot. Let's try that on the left foot. The pressure points on the feet when we do this action actually resonate directly with the sacral chakra or the navel, the stomach. So we're using the points to massage our digestive system. So let's just come down into kneeling with the chair in front of us. Some distance apart. Just going to do a couple of threading the needles before we move into Shavasana. So placing the left hand on the seat, taking our right hand and slipping it through. Seating back whilst kneeling. You place your head on the seat. Enjoy that twist. Coming back up. Repeating on the other side. This time your right arm is resting on the seat, releasing the left hand to thread through. Turning your head as you do. It's almost as though you can walk your fingers through and really intensify that cross-core stretch through the body. It's almost as though we're twisting from just below the navel, hips facing forward. If this is too much pressure on the knees, you can place a towel or another mat or curl up the mat slightly. Let's do that one more time. Other side. Okay. From there, we're going to come into the lying pose. So again, those of you who want to lie down in Shavasana with your legs on the floor, quite welcome to. Others may prefer to place their feet on the chair, allowing the hips to open. Just moving into the body. Scanning. Taking an inhale, observing your breath. And know what the mind suppresses, the body expresses. I'm going to talk you through a breathing technique. Inhaling deeply through the nose, expanding the belly. Noticing your own rhythm, and exhale. So imagine you are steaming up a window. You're going to draw the next breath in, and on an exhale, you're going to part the lips and just imagine you're steaming up that window. Notice that sensation at the back of the throat. And again, inhale, deep belly breath, expanding as we inhale. On an exhale, steam up the window. Sound should be smooth. This time, with that same intention of steaming up the window, we're going to keep our lips sealed, but still imagine we're steaming up the window. So inhale, drawing that breath into the belly. Exhale. So you'll find that the glottis, the epiglottis, constricts slightly the back of the throat. So this is the Ujjayi breath, or the ocean breath, or the victorious breath. And this is the technique we're going to use for the remainder of the Shavasana. So again, drinking the air through the nose, drawing it through the body, expanding the belly, slow and steady. Hold for 2 and exhale, emptying the belly. This time we're going to inhale and see if we can massage the hips and puff up the kidneys so it feels like the breath is actually massaging the kidneys. So inhale. Holding for 2. And exhale. Slow and steady. The next breath, imagine your ribs are the gills of a fish, or a mermaid if you prefer. And this time we're going to draw the breath in and imagine those ribs expand sideways, almost as though the gills are opening to draw oxygen in. So inhale, expanding that cavity, holding for 2, and releasing, slow and steady. And again. Drawing the breath in, expanding those gills, really feeling the muscle stretch. Pausing and exhaling. The next breath, bring your attention to your shoulder blades, the back of your body. Imagine these are your wings, the wings of an eagle. If you had wings, you need to draw the power to your shoulder blades to get your wings ready for flight. So the next inhale, you're going to sip the air and expand the shoulder blades, almost as though the breath is drawing them away. So we're lifting the wings for flight. Pause and exhale. And again, inhale. The breath separates those shoulder blades, puffing up the back of your heart. Pausing for strength and releasing. Inhale, expanding the chest, relaxing your neck, and exhale. So the next breath, we're going to try and stitch these 3 zones together with one inhale. So the slower and the more extended the inhale, the greater the capacity for the body to grasp the chi or the oxygen and fill itself up. So sipping the air through the nose, drawing into the stomach, expanding that belly. With the same breath, expanding the gills or your rib cage, and with the same breath, puffing up your wings. Feel a full body expansion with one breath. Pause. How long can you sit in that pause? And in your own time, release. And again, sipping the air, noticing its texture as it moves through your central spine, massaging every organ along the way, releasing any tension across the hips, allowing your adrenals to come alive, your belly to expand, the ribs to open, and your wings for flight. Relaxing the shoulders, pausing, and releasing, emptying the cavities one by one. Breath. When used and mastered appropriately, becomes our mantra. It's the invisible force that unites both body and mind. Stay rooted through the breath and experience the pulse move through your body, beginning from the soles of the feet, rising up through your perineum, under the arches, to the roof of the mouth, and enjoy the sensation as it slows your thoughts and connects you to your power source within.